Hello everybody, I am the Solo Gamer, and welcome back to Civilization V, this time with a brand new series as the Iroquois. This will be a modded series, and I'll be playing primarily with the Vox Populi mod, which is an overhaul to the base game that changes quite a bit. We'll get over all of the changes and everything once we get to game. It's version... I don't think there's really numbers for the Vox Populi version. It's version, like, June 22nd. I'm not, like I said, I don't think it's a version number. I think it's just based on date. So, anyway. If you do want to skip ahead, though, before the whole setup, then there will be a timestamp at the top of the screen. I can't link the spot in the video anymore because annotations were removed, which is ridiculous. But there will be a timestamp that you can go to that will have the accurate time where I start the gameplay, and you can skip ahead to that if you would like to skip the setup. So anyway, we're going to get into the setup now, so I will see some of you in the game. So, for the mods that we have chosen, we have, of course, the Vox Populi mods, which are a collection of, like, 6 or 7 different mods. It has the Enhanced User Interface, which is an overhaul to the UI. It changes quite a bit and gives you a little bit more information about certain things. We also have the Community Patch, which fixes a lot of bugs, improves the AI a bit, optimizes. We also have an unofficial expansion, which adds more units, buildings, changes civilization's unique abilities, units, buildings. It's really, really nice. City-State Diplomacy mod changes how diplomacy works when it comes to city-states. You no longer can just buy them out. You have to send envoys and stuff like that. It's actually pretty interesting, and it's a little bit better because it makes you have to work towards improving a city-state's respect, essentially. We also have more luxuries, which adds, well, more luxuries to the game. And that is about it. These are just... Oh, this is Civ 4 Diplomacy. Right, so you can share maps, I think. I'm actually not too sure. I forget about that. But there's vassalage. You can vassal somebody else, and it's pretty cool. We also have the Civ Names by Policy mod, which basically gives civilizations names based on what policies they chose. If you choose Order, right, Order is the communist branch. You will be considered like the People's Republic or the Communist something. Or if you choose Freedom, you'll become like the Democratic States or something like that. So this will be a little bit more flavor. That should help be more entertaining, I suppose. We also have the Faster Aircraft Animations mod, which basically speeds up aircraft animations. Pretty straightforward. The Flag Promotions mod is a mod that adds your promotions to the unit above the unit icon. So instead of clicking on the unit and finding what promotions it has, some of which goes off the unit screen, which is kind of annoying, but... It'll show it above that unit's icon, so you can see every promotion it has from a glance. That's basically what this is. Global Warming and Global Warming Congress essentially add global warming to the game. They add a temperature gauge, which in the industrial era, I believe, depending on what buildings you build, could contribute to global warming. And Congress, there's resolutions in Congress that help reduce and limit carbon emissions and stuff like that. It's actually pretty damn cool, and I think it's important. You know, so it's a little bit of a challenge as well, because it adds, it creates new deserts, technically. It can cause tsunamis, it can cause ice to melt, which has other adverse effects. It's actually really nice, and like I said, it is important. I care a lot about it. I'm going to add it to the game. We also have the Meaningful City-State Colors mod, which basically categorizes the city-states depending on what type they are. So religious city-states are going to be a form of white, which, I mean, there's not many shades of white, but, you know, bear with me. Maritime city-states are like a form of green or blue. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but yeah, it separates them based on color, which is pretty nice. So you can see, like I said before, at a glance. That's what I like. I like mods that, at a glance, you can see everything you need. And last but not least, we have the R.E.D Modpack, which changes the units to culturally diversify them, depending on which civilization you're playing. So as the Iroquois, we are going to have more Native American units, which should be really, really interesting. Now, one thing I'm not too sure about is what would happen in the modern era when we are out of, you know, the Iroquois realm, because the Iroquois technically don't exist as an empire or a nation, obviously, today. So when it comes to tanks and airplanes, maybe it goes to American units. I'm not quite sure how that works, but we're going to find out together, because I haven't played the Iroquois before, and it's kind of a civilization that I've pushed to the side, because it just didn't look interesting before, but now that Vox Populi has its hands on the civilization and changed it a little bit, I'm actually a little bit more interested. So, that is the end of that. Let's go ahead and hit next, and this is going to take a little while, but, yeah, let's go into the setup. Alright, so let's go into single player, setup game, and we're going to be playing as Hiawatha, who is the leader of the Iroquois. Now, the unique ability is the Great Warpath, which allows our units to ignore terrain costs in forests and jungles. And these tiles also establish city connections. So, if there's a long line of trees, but they all connect to different cities, you're going to have an empire that's connected basically with the forests, you know? And it's really, really cool because roads take a long time to build. Also, they cost a lot of maintenance. Now, what's good about this as well is that all of our units ignore the terrain costs of forests and jungles. Sadly, though, this will kind of run out in terms of movement. We will have to build roads eventually to kind of make up for the movement speed. But in the beginning, this is going to be absolutely perfect. We also have all of our land military units start with the Woodsman promotion, which I believe helps with attacking or defending in the woods. We'll have to see when we get in the game. But and all of our units gain 20% combat strength if within 3 tiles of a natural wonder. That's pretty good. I mean, natural wonders aren't really easy to come by, but if we can start next to one, that'd be really, really nice. We also have the Longhouse, which is a unique building that replaces the Herbalist, which is a new building that does something different that we'll talk about in game. Right, so this gives you mostly food, culture, production. Gives us quite a bit, actually. And every single jungle and forest gives us 1 production and 1 food, which is pretty damn strong. Now, the Herbalist kind of does the same thing. I'm not sure exactly what the stats are, but we'll actually check in game. And the Mohawk Warrior, which is a strong frontline land unit of the classical era. Only the Iroquois may build it, obviously. This unit receives a major bonus when fighting on forest and jungle tiles, unlike the Swordsman, which it replaces. Okay, so we have a really, really strong Swordsman-esque unit, which is pretty damn nice. Hopefully it doesn't cost any iron, but I'm not seeing any prerequisites for that, so we should be alright. Right, we're going to play with a fractal map because it is a better kind of generation than a continents map. It's highly unpredictable. It forms thin, snaky continents. There are much more interesting features to look at. It's one of my favorite map types. Huge, that's fine. Difficulty level, king, sure. Now, the one thing to pay attention to when you're choosing to play Vox Populi is difficulty. So if you normally play at Emperor, you're going to have to come down 2 pegs. Because the difficulty for Vox Populi is quite a bit higher than for the vanilla game. So normally I play on Emperor, and instead of going down 2, because Prince just sounds way too low, I'm going to go as King. So we're kind of meeting the halfway point. Hopefully that doesn't bite me in the butt, but we'll find out. This gives the AI players a small advantage to improve their play. Yeah, I don't exactly know what that entails. Hopefully it's nothing cheaty, but, you know, AI usually is. We're going to be playing on standard pace. That's totally fine. We're going to be playing with 11 civilizations, 22 city-states, no time. Turn that off. What's down in here? Chill barbarians. No, we're not going to be doing that. I don't think anything I need to worry about. No tech brokering, that's fine. Enable event system, yes, that's totally okay. The events are going to provide a little bit of a challenge as well, and some good fortune, hopefully. But I think we are all set to go. So anyway, we're going to be playing as Hiawatha, leader of the Iroquois.
Greetings, noble Hiawatha, leader of the mighty Iroquois nations. Long have your people lived near the great and holy Lake Ontario, in the land that has come to be known as New York State in North America. In the midst of antiquity, the 5 peoples, Seneca, Onondaga, Mohawks, Cayuga, and Oneida, united into one nation, the Haudenosaunee, the Iroquois. With no written language, the wise men of your nation created the Great Law of Peace, the model for many constitutions, including that of the United States. For many years, your people battled great enemies, the Huron and the French and English invaders. Though outnumbered and facing weapons far advanced from the ones your warriors wielded, the Iroquois survived and prospered until they were finally overwhelmed by the mighty armies of the new United States. O noble Hiawatha, listen to the cries of your people. They call out to you to lead them in peace and in war, to rebuild the great Longhouse and unite the tribes once again. Will you accept this challenge, great leader? Will you build a civilization that will stand the test of time?
I really hope I can. But before I begin, can I just say I missed this narrator. Like, I love Sean Bean, right, from Civilization 6, the quotes and everything, but I love Civilization 5, you know, and I haven't played it in a long time, and hearing him talk again was amazing. You know, it was just great. So anyway, we went over all this stuff. We're going to go into game and see what our location looks like. But I can already see that we have some pretty nice stuff going on. We have some citrus. We have some tobacco. We are in the forest, which is absolutely what we want. Let's go in and turn that on. Let's go. I think I'm okay with settling here. We're on a hill, so that provides us extra defense. We're on a river. We have some wheat next to us. We have we start with a pathfinder. So this pathfinder, usually this would be the Shoshone, but they might have changed it. See, I haven't played the Vox Populi mod in quite a while. I don't remember the pathfinder being something we started with. It upgrades into a scout. Oh, so it's a pre-scout unit. This unit is excellent at exploring during the early game. Be wary using it to fend off barbarians, however. So it's probably really weak. Alright, well, that's fine. Let's, 0. Oh. I don't know what that means. Alright, let's go there. And there's ruins. Perfect. Alright, and that gives us, find the treasures. Oh, 217 gold? What? What? That is a lot of gold to start off with. That is kind of insane. Alright, let's, settle right here. Oh, in fact, I really should have, I probably should have settled first, because I probably could have got, like, population or something like that. I'm not sure if that actually weighs any effect onto the ruins. I could have actually had population, but wasted it because I didn't settle. I'm not sure, but regardless, we have Onondaga, which is our capital city. We are going to build a monument. No, sorry. Well, we already have a scout. I mean, let's build a warrior. And then let's build a monument and a shrine. In fact, yes, that's fine. Should I build the warrior first? Because if I don't, this will be built in 4 turns. And that's only 6. We're cutting out 6 from this and only 4 from this. 5, sorry. I'd rather work on the monument. But that's just me. Alright, let's go ahead and work on either pottery for the granary or animal husbandry for the domestic animals. We don't have a worker anyway, so we might as well work on pottery first. Although, we do have the council, which is like early science. Maybe the wheel. I mean, the wheel allows us to use the forests as basically a highway. So let's work on the wheel. We'll grab the early science. We'll grab, I guess, bananas. We'll see what they are. Not that we'll have any because we're in the forest, not the jungle, but, you know. Then we'll work on either pottery or animal husbandry. Probably that. Sure. Okay. Wonderful. And it looks like the longhouse is actually in calendar. That's pretty nice. Because we're going to need calendar anyway for the citrus and the tobacco. Alright, let's go over... So I don't know what this 0 turn thing is. So we just get, like, crap loads of extra movement, which is insane. Hang on, what is your promotions? Let's take a look. We have Treasure Hunter, which is 50% yields from ancient ruins. That would be why we gain so much goddamn money. That is absolutely insane. Penalty versus Barbarians, minus 30% combat strength. Holy crap. Gains XP from revealing tiles, sure. Ignores terrain costs. And Woodsman, double movement rate through forest and jungle. And 10% combat strength when defending in rough terrain. Okay. So the 0 is probably a mixture of our unique ability and that promotion, essentially. Let's go up to here and this way. Okay, let's steer very clear of them. No! Go, go, go! Why is it doing that? Alright, well, don't attack me. There's a city-state over here, which looks like it might be a, I don't know, a military city-state? Possibly? Also, what are we working on? We're working on... Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, lock that in place. I don't want you to switch. Move you up to here. And it is Mbanza Congo, which is, of course, a military city-state, which gives us the Impy Warrior. That is actually a pretty decent warrior to actually have very early on. Gunpowder. Okay, really gunpowder. Well, I guess that makes sense. The Zulu did fight the English with Impy warriors. Alright, sure. Now, I'm not sure exactly what kind of victory type I want to go for. I'm not really sure how I'm going to excel as the Iroquois. It's not... They don't have anything that's really focused towards anything. Besides, of course, just being in the forest. You know, that's the only thing that I can focus on. In fact, you know what? I'm just thinking about this. I can actually purchase a warrior because we have so much money. So we'll just cancel that. And we'll work on a worker after this. Or maybe another pathfinder. We'll see after the shrine. But we do have that monument now. So we're getting culture. Let's go and attack you. They actually raided Onondaga for 2 gold. Those damn barbarians took 2 gold away from my city. It's pretty goddamn annoying, but it's only 2, so it's not really that big of a deal. Alright, we found the coast. Very nice. Yeah, you better run. Alright, let's go ahead and follow them, actually. Because we can catch up very easily being in the jungle. Forest, sorry. So as you can see, we actually have Native American style units as our warrior, which is pretty interesting. And that of course will continue until the Iroquois were wiped out, basically. It's a very... I'm not trying to be nonchalant about that, but yeah, until they were wiped out, we'll see what they changed to, essentially. Alright, the Pathfinder did upgrade. We're going to upgrade this to double movement in jungles and forests. Holy crap. This guy is going to zip right through. Alright, let's go. Well, we found some silver up here. That's about it. Alright. Hopefully we get an early religion. We're not making any faith yet, but we're working on the shrine in 8 turns. That should definitely help us out. Let's go this way and kill this guy. Very nice. And we found the encampment. Come on. There we go. I'm not sure we can take care of it now. The only thing that you have to worry about with barbarians in Vox Populi is that they heal. So in vanilla, they wouldn't heal, but in this mod, of course, they do. So you can't just sit here, attack, 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 heal, and then attack again. You have to, obviously, send backup, or if you can't do it, you can't do it. It's a lot more strategy to actually clearing them out, which I like, to be honest, because it was kind of easier before. So I'm liking this vast forest. This is absolutely perfect for our kind of playthrough. And, yeah, let's run back to our land. And upgrade to grabbing probably shock 1, 10% combat strength, and flank attack bonus increased by 25%. That's pretty impressive. Alright, so that's the tip of this continent, which is pretty nice. We're backed into a nice little corner. Let's take a look at this little area here, and then we'll head out probably up this way. What is that? Oh, it's a river. God, that looked like a border. Not yet. I don't want to be anywhere near somebody right now. Let me have some room to grow, alright? I don't want to be closed off immediately. Let's have you heal there. You're coming back this way. Yeah, we'll come down here. And the last bit, which... Oh, there's whales, actually, down here. So if we settle somewhere down... Probably, actually, on this river. We'll get the whales, we'll get the wheat. There's nothing really else out here unless there's more fish or whales. Now, that's the thing. We haven't discovered fish yet. Fish is discovered in trapping, so there could be more of that. There could be, of course, more basic resources like the sheep, cattle, horses, stuff like that. So there might be more resources here, but we can only see the basic stuff that... Now, that's the thing, right? So you'd think... We could see whales, right? We can definitely see fish, but the thing with this mod is that it limits it only to the use of the item. Well, no, because fishing would be in fishing, wouldn't it? So I'm not sure why you can't see fish right off the bat. That's the one thing I do have a complaint about. The hunting kind of makes sense because you need camps for that, but yeah, interesting. Okay, either way. We will discover that eventually. And hopefully there's more stuff down here, like I said. Alright, you're done. Let's send you out this way. I do want to stay around the area, because this encampment... But actually, we could purchase another warrior. And then send them both down here to take care of this encampment. And I think I might want to do that only because I don't want them to kind of grow out of control. Alright, you're going to come all the way up this way. So if we put a city right there, then possibly one out here at the tip of this little river. They're all connected because the forest, which is amazing. The silver won't be in reach, but if Nabanza Congo grabs that, then we can ally them and obviously have them... Actually, they can't. 1, 2, 3, 4. If they grab it, it's out of their range for the city work, but they can still own it. I don't think they'll spread out this far, though. We might have to see what else is around here for basic resources, because that silver is pretty good. Alright, we'll go one more turn before I actually end the episode, just because the setup was kind of long, and we didn't really get to play much yet, so... Uh-oh! There is a wounded Barbarian Brute. That's not a good sign, because something injured it, obviously. And it was not me. Alright, well, we'll take care of him in the next episode and find out what actually injured him. So, thank you all for watching, and definitely stay tuned for more.